How about that? There you go.
All right. Perfect.
I can't see us really, but okay. Good. Okay.
So we're gonna do like 2 minutes of exercises and 1 minute of recovery.
Yep.
So that.
Yep.
Okay. So the first exercise. We start now.
Yep.
We're gonna start slowly. So you go forward with like one shot, but they can't see us. If we do that too.
That's space.
They can see it in the big one, in this one. So if we,
Alright. So one short step forward and one long step forward. Okay? See that one?
Yeah.
And you have to go forward. And yes, you have to go forward. I mean, you use the space you have. So you start from the end. One short, one long. One short, one long. One short, one long. At the end of the space you have, you lunge. And then before you squat.
all the way down, 3
All the way
seconds
down.
up, 3 seconds down, roughly. You go back
No, you go back.
3 times. Yep. You do it 3 times, and you go back.
Okay.
And one short, one long, one short.
You go down again. 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. When you've done 3, you do your advanced lunge. Okay? Very, very simple. Small steps, long steps, fast and short, whatever you want. You get creative. And then at the end, when you get to the end, you work your legs all the way down, nice and slow, into a squat, back up, nice and slow. The same back, down, up 3 times, and finishing with a nice advanced lunge. Okay? First drill. Here we go. All right. This is our preparation time.
Yes, preparation.
4 seconds. Mauricio's also going to be here and correct us and work with us. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3.
Feel the muscles while you prepare. Start well. Again. After the third, you transform with the step advanced lunge.
What's important for the young guard guys is keep your back straight, always staying in a good position, working down, and then firing off into your advanced lunge, coming back to the beginning and restarting. Good.
Yes.
So good if you feel a little bit of burn in your legs. I already do. Do you feel burn?
Yes.
I already feel a little bit of burn. It's been a while since I've been in my own guard position. Remembering that your heels are lined up. You want your weight to be centered or a little forward. When you do your lunge, make sure you're not leaning over. And guys, the main thing with lunging, make sure your knee is not over your toe. Do you see my lunge I end? My knee is locked.
And the hip.
And the hip is open. Good. 1 minute rest.
Drink.
Good. So, second exercise. You're going to be in on guard position, okay? So, you're going to stand up on your toes, and then you're going to go from there, and you're going to go into your plyometric jump, and as you land, step forward, lunge, okay? So if you can see my feet here, all right? We're going to come up on our toes in our on guard position. Can you hold the camera so they can see my feet a little bit? Just tilt it. Perfect. Okay. So I come up on my toes. I balance. I try to balance. I try to balance. And then I do jump, lunge. Okay? Recover, step back, lunge, reset. Shake your legs out a little bit and restart. Up on your toes. Good. Here we go. Up on your toes. Bounce. into your jump lunge, recover, step back, lunge, recover. Stop, reset. Good. Up on your toes, balance. Jump lunge. Good, recover, step back. Lunge or advanced lunge. Good. Rest. Maurizio, you want to lead us? Good. I'll wait for you to. Good.
It's important, the balance, feel the balance in every moment.
Okay.
When you stand up, when you lunge,
Balanced.
re-enter in the guard with the leg, yes.
Retreat, balance. Lunge, balance.
And go.
Good. Okay. Again. You say go.
Go.
Good.
Well. And go. Relax a little bit the leg before we start.
Okay.
And go. 5 seconds, well, relax, the last one, come on. 2, up, and go. And good, very good.
Next exercise. 5 snap downs fast with the feet. Step forward, step back, okay? Just leave it at that. Good? So, Isa, you want to show 5 snap downs? It's just really quickly touching the floor with your feet in a small motion. So it's going to be like this, 5. Step forward, step back. Relax. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step forward, step back. Okay?
The idea is to imagine that you are in a bout. So when you step forward, you can like start slow, snap the back foot, and when you step back, you can imagine that you're doing a quick attack. So you can also use your arm when you do the footwork.
Do you want to explain in French really quick?
So ce sera 5 mouvements très rapides. Marche et retraite.
Good. Go.
Okay, ready?
Good.
And go.
Okay.
And go. Go. And go. 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 Relax a little bit the leg.
You can change the rhythm
Yes.
after first step.
Yeah.
Like you enter fast and get out, or you enter slow and get out.
Good.
Right, ready? And go.
Bum, bum.
And go. And go. And go. Relax. Prepare. And ready. Go. Go. And go. Feel the acceleration of the feet now. In the same rhythm. Ready? And go. The last one and go. Okay. Sure, you start to feel the muscles a
Yes.
little bit.
Nice, nice. Shake your legs out. Okay, we're on the 3rd exercise now. Woo! No, we're on the 4th exercise. So, it's going to be 6 quick movements with your feet on the spot. Moving forward slowly with the front foot, fast with the back foot. Okay? You're going to do 3 steps.
Like
And,
you start with the back foot.
yeah, 3 steps in lunge. Okay?
But you start with the back
With the
foot.
back.
Okay. Show him, Maurizio. Show him.
So you are like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this moment I start, maybe they see better.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You start with this. 1, 2, 1 acceleration. Lunge. Bam.
Yes.
Okay. Feel, especially at the end, the acceleration is in the end.
Okay. Okay. Good. So we'll run it through.
On fait 6 mouvements sur place. On commence avec la jambe arrière. J'aimerais voir jambe arrière forte.
Okay. Okay.
Un, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jambe arrière, jambe arrière. So you can start slow too. The thing is that your opponent doesn't see when you start with your back foot. So you start with your back foot slow, and then you accelerate at the end.
Yeah, guys, keep working. Look at Isa again. Isa, come right in front and show that. Because when she enters with her front foot, she moves forward. Yeah. But when she enters with the back, so watch. If Isa moves with the back foot, and I move with the front foot, watch the difference of our bodies. You move with the back foot. I'm moving a lot more forward. I'm a lot more threatening, okay? Isa's not moving at all, but she's still gaining distance. Yes, good. Good, keep working, keep going. Keep going here. We'll join you.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Back foot.
Pop, pop.
Okay.
Pop, pop.
Good.
And think of the rhythm. Pop, pop.
We train the feeling for the speed with the feet.
Good. Good.
Go.
Good.
Very good.
Good job, guys. Fourth exercise.
Drink while you feel the new exercise.
Okay, so this one's quite easy. This is just side-to-side jumps, okay? Side-to-side jumps followed by a half-step lunge, 3 steps backwards, and start. So watch me here. If I'm facing you, I'm jumping side to side, okay? How many, Isa?
6.
Okay, 6. Here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed by half-step lunge, recover, 3 retreats. If you don't have space, you can do it in place, right? So in full motion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, top, bump, bump, 1, 2, 3.
And try to feel at the end of the 6 the coordination for start with the half step.
Okay.
Without stop.
Okay.
Pam, 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 pam.
So Maurizio says the important thing is when you land, go right in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Bam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little bit relax the leg because this is very intense exercise. So you can take little bit rest for relax and restart.
What's more important is your technique, guys. So don't mess up your technique. Just keep going. Take your time.
Yes.
You'll build up slowly. This is our first day.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, bam. Bam. Good. How much time we got left?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
30
Nice.
seconds.
Perfect. Rest. And start again.
Well,
If I'm feeling it, you guys should feel it too, right? Good. Good. Nice.
yes.
Good.
Good, good. 5 seconds, the last one. And relax. Very good.
Good, guys. So remember, careful of your knees. We're on concrete here. There's some floors are a little crooked. Be careful. Take your time. Make sure everything's feeling good. Okay. All right. So, yep. Isa's got this one. Woo! I'm tired.
So this exercise is going to be like 10 jump speed, like this.
Yeah.
And once you finish the 10, you have to be in guard position, lunge, recover with your back foot, and lunge. And in guard, and you start.
Can you show the recover? Can you show the recover again?
So once you finish the jumps, on guard position, lunge, back lunge. Okay?
Good. Got started. 30 seconds over. 1 minute actually. Here we go. You count us in, Isa.
Yes.
Oof, I don't have so much room.
Recovery.
And back. Okay.
Yes, with the fencing. Yes, you hold like the step of backwards.
Good. Ready?
Again.
Yes, you can take a little bit rest after every reps. Yes, like this. This we force our muscles in this way, and we transform immediately with our action.
Okay.
So it's very hard this exercise.
Keep working. Start again now. 1. So I want to explain something. When he says transform, guys, what he means is something that Isa and I work on a lot. We do one physical exercise, like this split squat.
Yes.
And then we transform. What does transform mean? Like, what would you describe transforming?
I mean, we use what we just do for fencing. So.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
So it's also in the fencing exercises. So we work on the squats.
We do our exercise, the muscles.
Then we transform in fencing.
Good.
Very good.
Good. So it's important to remember that when you work out, it's not just lifting, okay? For fencing, it doesn't make so much sense. What Maurizio specializes in, especially, is transforming all these actions into fencing movements, okay? So you'll notice it will be like a physical activity, followed by a fencing movement. Last one, guys. Last one. Isa, what do we got?
10 jumps. So on
10 guard
the
position
squat,
jumps.
on guard position, you jump. And then, what is it? Oh, you
180.
turn 180.
Through your chest.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Good.
you start again.
If you don't have room, guys, you can just turn 180 in place.
So I do it again. Jump on your spot. 180. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So it's the last exercise, so we do it
Together.
100%, okay? 6 seconds. We do it together, we don't stop. Okay?
All right,
Let's do it. What is it?
I don't have room to retreat.
Yes, if you have no space, you move fast the space on the place. When you do the 180, you do one time in the left, one time in the right. You change the side.
Let's do it, let's do it. It's bounce normal.
We have 40 seconds. Working this. When the position of the leg is the guard position while you're jumping.
Let's do it, you can do it.
Come on, come on. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Die. Hold on.
Almost done. You got this.
3, 2, 1. Good.
Nice job, guys. Good. So that's our 7 exercises. We'll take a seat over here.
Thank you, Maurizio.
Yeah. Maurizio can stick with us. You can answer some questions.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll pass this camera around so we can read. Good job, guys. Everybody.
Good job.
Good job.
So delighted that you're sweating right now. So thank you.
Nice, guys.
Yes, that I will be safe. You can do it anytime. It's a really good workout.
So guys, so now is our moment for Q&A. If you want to ask some questions, you can ask us, you can ask Maurizio, anything you want. How many reps do you usually do? Usually?
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends in which part of the season we are, in which part of the week we are.
Yeah, so before the competition, Isa and I will drastically dip the amount of training we're doing because we want to be rested for the competition. So maybe Isa and I are different. We're different athletes. So Isa may do 10 reps each 3 times, and I may do 6 reps each, depending on how I feel during the season.
What is important is like
quality.
It's quality, yes. It's not like, because fencing is like really short and intense, so it's really good because it's like for your cardio. It's not like endurance. You don't need to do it like for hours. Like it's simulating a bout, and like it's good because you have like a few time of rest and really intense action and moves. What are the most important things when I was really to do in warm up? I think it's like motivate better on that.
It's important that you start starting from the center of your body, so the core. The core is what help us to keep our legs, arm in a good position. So when I start with the core, after I'm ready to work even with the section. So we start from the center and we go to the, like I don't know in English I'll explain, but you start from the center and after you go to the
extremities.
Yes.
So guys, when I switched to Maurizio, it was one of the first times that I did core at the beginning of my warm-ups. You'll see me like work on the floor first. All of Maurizio's athletes, we work core first. So that's definitely something special to him, and he really does believe that, we use that a lot in fencing where we're bending and reaching all the time, so it's important to warm that up and then follow on to your legs and your arms and keeping all your hips and joints mobile. And what about static stretching? We don't do static stretching before competition.
I want to explain a very short concept about the stretching. The stretching is not important, but there are 2 different kind of stretching. One is dynamic, that usually is good to do before our activities or during the warm-up. We use a lot of exercise that is active stretching.
Sure.
The static stretching is at the end of all the activities.
Do you want to say that maybe in French?
I want to say that for me, the most important for the warm-up is to find a routine, your own routine, that you can do the same all the time. I think it's something that helps me a lot because I knew a lot of exercises for warming up. But once I understand my body, I just always do the same, and it helps me also to relax before competition, before bout, because I don't have to think of my warm-up. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. First exercise is to the end, how long it lasts, about 45 minutes, 1 hour, and then I don't have to think about that, and I can just focus on the competition.
Yeah. Nice. You want to pick another question?
How many times a day do you train? So it depends also of the season and if we are close to a competition, but most of the time we train 3 times a day. So we have in the morning the lesson, so with Stefano Cerini, so most of the time we have a lesson every day, so it's going to be about 1 hour lesson. Then we have physical training with Maurizio, so we have a workout most of the time. It doesn't know like day. We have 2 days off in the week most of the time.
Usually yes.
Sometimes.
So, sometimes
depends.
we work out on Sundays. Sometimes because it depends on like how you want to build the training. And at the end, we have a fencing session at night.
Nice. How do you deal with nervousness before a competition? It's a great question. This is something that I think never goes away. I think we're all nervous before a competition. I know Maurizio's nervous before competition. So it's normal. It's normal to be nervous. I think it's accepting the nerves and also just being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like competitions are all about dealing with people that are difficult to fence. Everybody there is a really great champion. You have so many strong fencers now in men's and women's foil especially. So it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to be uncomfortable the whole time. You're going to be nervous, and it's going to be risky, and you have to be okay with that. And getting used to that feeling is part of it.
For me, I see the competition as an experience. You know that you're gonna have a lot of competition in your life, so like it's all okay to be nervous, but you're gonna to know with time that you're gonna have so many competitions that you're gonna get experience, so you know how it's gonna happen. There is no surprise. You know how the venue looks, like how the street looks. So we cannot control anything before the competition. So the day before the competition, I just try to do something else, watch a movie, talk with the girls, not be in the competition too early. And like the next day, it's normal to be, the day of the competition is normal to be nervous. And I feel like for me, being nervous is a good thing.
Yes. Not being nervous is scary, actually.
Yeah, when I'm not nervous before competition, I'm like, what is going on? It's not right. So the competition it's normal. Salut, maybe. And so yes, the warm-up routine, everything that you have, your like little routine helps you to just relax. Once you get into it, you're like it's your passion, it's your job, so you're doing it. You're like in the present, and it's the most important thing to do.
Yeah, I think this is a cool question actually. What do you think the pros and cons of having more grounded footwork like you versus the more bouncy footwork of some of the Asian federations? So like I assume what you're talking about is like someone like Lee, who's very, very fast and bouncy the whole time. I guess in women's sport, do you have the same? The Koreans are more bouncy, the Japanese.
Yes.
So I think it's just stylistic preference. I mean, for me, I prefer to be on the ground because it means that I have the ability to change direction. If I'm bouncing around a lot, while I move around a lot, and it's more difficult to maybe feel when my attack is coming, which is what the Koreans and Japanese use a lot. They use a lot of movement to disguise other things. I think, correct?
For me, it's important to know yourself. It's like, it's not someone who has to decide what your fencing is going to be, how your fencing is going to look like. You have to know your body, like as you grew up, like am I fast, am I like tall, am I like someone who likes to be really bent? And this is something that you have to think. You can try. It's like you can change your fencing.
I suggested.
Like, yeah, you can try to be grounded. Do you feel better? You can try to be like more bouncy. Do you feel better? Do you touch more? Like how do you feel? It's like it's no one else who has to, you can discuss with your coach what you think about that. It's really important to ask questions and try, and it's not definitive. If something works for you, it works for you, and that's the most important.
Yes, for sure. Let's see if we can have one from Maurizio in here. That's an interesting question I've never heard. Somebody asked, convenient training for finger strength, for the grip.
For the grip?
Yes.
How can you?
There are different exercises for that. It's important because if you start to have tendinitis in the hand, it's very painful and it's a long process to recover.
Yeah. I know that from experience. I have tendinitis in my wrist. It's not fun.
But there are some exercises that is very simple. They use even the wrestler. You can start with little things. Usually it's the plate. You have like a plate that is not
small. Okay.
Yes, like 1 pound, 1.5 pound. You take like this, and you
catch
throw,
it and you catch it.
Yes, so and you retake, or you rotate and then retake.
Okay.
This is usually we do like this. For example, imagine that you are in the position, you stay like go, you take. It's difficult because, but you.
So catching with just your fingers.
With a little weight.
Yeah.
Cool.
With a little.
Cool. And if you don't have that, can you do like, I mean, if you have a foil at home, you can also just like do disengages and work.
Or you can work. There are some old exercises, but they work because it's the ability of the thing that you.
Ah, nice. That's an easy one, guys.
It's very simple. You have to go up. You go up and you use all your fingers for push the foil up and down.
Cool. Great.
This is good for ability.
Also, just, I mean, for Isa and I, strength came over, I mean, for me at least, strength came over time with fencing. Like, I didn't start being able to do everything with my foil. I took a lot of lessons and a lot of time, and it came naturally. I didn't work my fingers so much. I just fenced more and more and more, and eventually I had strength in my fingers.
And after, when you work in the exercise with the strength, you use your hand, and it's normal that you become stronger even in your hand and your arm.
Do you want to do one?
How goes through your head when you are in a bout? This is a really complicated question. I don't think it's the same for everyone. I think I've trained this a lot with my sports psychology, actually. So it's the same. I think you have to. What is good is sometimes to write down after your competition, after your bouts, how you think and stuff. I would say that we're working a lot of the emotional intelligence, which is like to not think too much and let your body it's like kind of the intuition and realize in the bout what's going on, because fencing it's really fast, really quick decisions. So you don't really have time to process when something happens fast. In between the touches, I analyze what just happened. Like, for example, I would have a small process, like where I was on the strip, what was the distance, how did I get touched, what did I try to do, but really fast. So I know what was the mistake, or I know what was the right thing to do if I touch. And then when I arrive in my on guard line, I empty my mind. So it's just like, because I thought of all this, I know that my body knows what it has to do. So I don't need to think about it when I'm gonna fence. It's not like when I'm fencing, I have a strategy. I'm like, I'm gonna attack, I'm gonna attack, I'm gonna attack. Because if I have one strategy already, I'm not ready to analyze what's going on at the same time. So I'm trying to not have too much in my mind, to be really aware of what's going on the street. But it's way more complicated than that. But it's
that's a great answer. I don't know